Yes, I know I've still not sorted my coins out. I am slowly but surely bagging them up. I have bags, but I need a box to put the bags in. They're going to be organised in that alphabetical order in terms of where they're from around the world. Hi everyone on YouTube, it's Giles here. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. So this is a bit of a unusual video. I thought I'd be frank with you as opposed to Giles. I knocked years off my life making that joke. I've begun, I would say, an odyssey, but I have to preface it with yet another odyssey because of something that happened on TikTok that has now it's been like a little snowball on a mountain getting bigger, you know. It's caused a domino effect. It has doubled my doors, some might say. I got a video taken down on TikTok recently. It was like an auto flag thing. Like, my issue is not with the flag in itself. I understand why it happened. It basically, I was talking about wherever it is. Oh Lord, I'm not going to find it now. There's a coin somewhere among there. There was a German coin from 1944. Basically, I made a joke about Nazi money. You probably saw the short here on YouTube or on Facebook where I said, let's get a bunch of Nazi money together, put it above a trapdoor. Nazis will go for it, and then we open the trapdoor. You know, TikTok basically auto-flagged the word Nazi. It was like, no. You know, it must be tough being German and on TikTok. It's like your country sort of didn't exist before 1946. But it's been on my mind a lot because, sort of ironically, I've always been very sensitive to policies and community guidelines and censorship and all that sort of stuff. I say it's ironic because I produce not safe for work content, so I'm always sort of paying attention to guidelines and stuff like that. Like when I'm producing and promoting stuff, I want to make sure that I'm not going to get accounts closed down and things like that. But it's not just with work, it's in life in general. Like, I've always had this inner battle with myself about what you say and what you do and at what point and when. And when I consider an incident like this, where through and through I agree with the content entirely, 10,000%, there is nothing wrong with it. But there really is nothing you can do. And the thing is, I'm not going to blame TikTok for it either, because unfortunately, the way the world works is that there are quite a lot of nutters, and they tend to gather like moths around a flame as soon as they can find a safe space to be nutters in, to celebrate their nuttery, to bust nuts all up in each other. And unfortunately, TikTok became one of these places for Nazi groups online, and so you can't blame them for basically doing everything they can to make sure there is no trace of Nazi-ness on TikTok. But it got me thinking about how no matter how many eggshells you step on in life, you're always going to misstep. There's no escaping it. It doesn't matter how careful you are. And I'd hasten to say that the more careful you are, the more likely you're going to trip up on account of establishing further taboos. You know, like sex crimes are caused by people that have so much sexual oppression going on. So many extremely violent people are trying to be the nicest person. It's one of the reasons why I say you should never ever trust anybody that says they don't lie. Ever. Because when you deny a basic human function, when you have to use that function, you are backed into a corner. And we're not any different from animals, and we attack when we're cornered. Hence why nice guys is a whole thing online, because they're not that nice at all. They try and be the greatest, friendliest, loveliest people in the world, but that is such an oppressing feeling. You're putting your back so firmly to the wall, and you're going to lash out. So with all this in mind, I started getting caught on the subject of intrusive thoughts, so much so that I emailed myself about it last night. I get a lot of emails from me. Now, admittedly, I am actually severely dyslexic, which is a short-term memory problem, so it's not uncommon for someone like me to use notes in a way that registers with me. I found that emails work best because I monitor my emails quite a lot for work and other things like that. So even if I'm disconnected when I first see it. I use that word disconnected quite a lot to describe staying on the trail of thoughts with dyslexia. For example, a notepad doesn't always work because I'll write down the thing to remind me, and then I'll look at it in the morning, but I will be disconnected from the thought. So I'll be like, what did I write? That's stupid. But the reason why emails work is that I used the hoarding that my condition has given me to my advantage. I hate deleting things. I hate the idea of throwing anything away. And it's for this precise reason, because I live in fear of forgetting things. Welcome to my brain. So an email reminder is barbecuing me with my own boof. So I see the email in the morning and I go, that's stupid. What a stupid thought. But then it simmers throughout the day because I won't delete the email because I'm scared of forgetting things, and that's precisely why. So I just end up in the corner of my eye just looking at the email once or twice throughout the day, and eventually, like a broken down railway track, that it slowly gets mended and my brain gradually begins to remember what the hell I was so excited about yesterday when I sent this email to myself in some dozy, wet cake brained moment as I sat up in bed like The Undertaker or Mariah Carey at Christmas. And what I sent to myself was, let the intrusive thoughts win. And I even put a little emoji of a little, what do you call it? Cup? Trophy cup. I don't know, I've never won one before. What are they? It's a trophy, isn't it? It's because, you know, like when you're typing on your phone and then predictive text will give you a little emoji that it thinks is relevant. That was off the back of the word win. It said you wrote win, so do you want to put a trophy on it? I was like, yeah, I'll put a trophy on it. Yeah. That's my thought. I thought that. I did. A trophy win. But it's been on my mind because I've been doing a lot more exercise recently. And I always find that, like, when I'm like all exercised up and, you know, powerful, I start sort of I start performing YouTube videos by myself around the flat without a camera rolling. And I mean, my God, if I had a camera in the shower, best video, I would own the internet. I would swallow the bloody thing whole. I'm like Rick Mail in Bottom. I'm just like, if only people could see me right now. I am being hilarious. But then you have to go down that dark little rabbit hole of like, well, why isn't the camera rolling? Why aren't you this funny around people? What kind of stupid comedian waits until the audience are gone before they start making their jokes? And the truth is, of course, I have been wounded over the years. I am wounded. So, does anybody else watch Frasier? I know I do. All of it. And now I'm watching Cheers. So I don't know why I did it arse backwards. New Frasier's good, by the way. New Frasier's good. Well, New Frasier's good. Frasier himself is good. Big Nick is good. Lilith Returning was good. I assume Ross Returning was good. Don't know about the rest. All the others are like Nickelodeon grade humour. I've completely forgotten where I was in this video, so I'm just going to go on to the first thing on the top of my head. Let's go. See, one thing that I think I've told you guys before, but I don't know. It might be news to you. But I learned to communicate better doing YouTube. Purely doing YouTube videos. This channel is as old as my beard. Wait a moment, no it isn't. Do you know what, I don't actually think I could grow a beard when I started this channel. Or could I? I'm not sure. This channel was started in I believe this channel was started in 2006. I'll just verify that for you, Chief. Join 2006, March. I don't know why I said March with such authority. In March. Giles, when were you born? 1987? 28th of August? But yeah, 2006, I was in college at the time. I just started college. And I remember I said to myself on the first day of college, I'm going to say hello to everyone. That was my little mission to myself, to basically, attend this new class and say hello to absolutely everyone on the class. And that was a really nice little boost of confidence, because even though I didn't really talk that well, it was more like I'd still go away at the end of the day and be like, I said hello to everyone. I did damn well what I said I was going to do, and I did do it. But then I started making YouTube videos, and it was about consolidating so many things that I'd known over the years, because I've always been quite socially closed off, socially deprived, and a bit of a lone ranger, as it were, studying humanity in the darkness through comedies. And you will learn a lot more than you think doing it that way, trust me. Versatility, that's what it's called. But it's literally how I can talk to you like this now. How if you spoke to me in real life, it's what has helped with that. And over the years, as grump has set in, bear in mind 2006 was quite a while away. There's been many debts and financial traumas and things, life, adulting, that have sat on my face and farted profusely. And it has dawned on me more and more that the intrusive thoughts have not been winning in my later years. They have been pushed further and further out of my brain. And in all empathy to myself, I can understand why a person would want to do that. You basically figure, things are getting serious, so should I. But I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. The second I try and take things seriously, I fall over like a spilled trifle. I feel like the more silly and ridiculous I become, the more able I am. For starters, it takes off my pretend people face. I'm not a person. I'm barely an idea. I'm a weird thing that's been beamed down from outer space. And I think people should know that at face value, as opposed to me doing my greatest normal man's impression. You apply for work, you go get a job somewhere, but because you're acting so normal, they have no idea how irregular you are. Hello, Giles. Welcome to the firm. Get on the cash register. I do beg your pardon, mate. Maybe you have to be me to get that joke. The whole thing I'm driving towards is that YouTube used to be a punch bag for me socially. It used to be the thing it used to be the thing I abused to build my social muscles, and I would like to return there again. I mean, life is different. You can't be 18 again, but at the very least, you can take some inspiration from it and just generally, I don't know, have some fun, Like my other note to myself, and this is what I mean, the other note to myself was, what if you woke up tomorrow and everyone was gay? I thought of this genius last night, and I couldn't get to sleep because I couldn't stop laughing. But you think of all the women friends you have and all the men friends you have, and just imagine suddenly things get really awkward. You don't even know it, because people don't think about sexuality all the time. You wouldn't have discovered that everyone's turned gay until you encounter people in the streets or something. You're a guy, you go and hang out with your best friend, and you sit down something different. Of course, for gay people, this won't cause any difference. They won't notice at all. They'll just be like, I'm still gay, It's funny, I've been racking my brain with what to do here on YouTube and what direction to take it in. And I don't think there is a direction to take it in. I don't think there is anything to do on YouTube. I think I just want to keep making videos and have fun doing it. I talked about series that I'd like to make, and I still want to make them. And I might do them on a separate channel, but I think this channel's purpose is to be a social punch bag, to just have fun and to encourage me to let the intrusive thoughts win. And that's what I want to persist with. So, thanks very much for watching, everyone. I hope this video wasn't too long and boring. I feel like I got everything out that I wanted to. I hope you're all doing well, and I said and without an idea of what goes next. And remember, brush your teeth before your bumhole. Fare thee well.